Want your live set to hit hard in the club? Then start by dropping all your levels down to -6 dB. When we play live, there's a lot of information going on. A lot of instruments, the bass drums, the snares, hi-hats, claps, all there. And you want to play live to it, so you'll need some space as a headroom to bring it all together. It may be that you play your set hybrid. That means you have your own instruments and files, and you have already mastered tracks in your setup. So let's have a look at this and check out how loud are these. We pick a loud starting point to check the levels. And watch this. We're at 0 here. There's nothing going on the master. There's nothing, but still we already hit 3.45. How could that be? It's because we warped it. Warping may cause some over leveling because already there the change of the file creates these little overheads we have to deal with. It's good to check what your files do and bring them all together. Let's check one more track. By hitting this, you can reset this. And here too, we see that the levels still rise above 0 dB because of the warping. So let's start bringing these together. I do that way. I click on it, and down here you find the gain staging for that clip. For now, this is my reference here. So I bring it down quite a lot, so I can bring it up slowly to hit around about -6 dB. We set a loop at a louder part. That's fine. So let's check the other one. We set the loop again at a loud part. I reset. I bring up the gain again. That's good. So let's compare these now. How do these work with each other? That works fine. And what happens if I listen to both of them at a time? Which might happen in the club. You might have 2 tracks running at the same time, both including low frequency fields, which are the main gain pusher of your information. This doesn't sound nice, but we can see that we are still not crashing the levels. We are at -1.75. And this still gives us some headroom to work with. Now let's get more complex. You may be a musician playing live with your own signals on stage. You bring your stamps, you bring all these elements that are making you a live musician, and you have to deal with them, and you want to compete with the already mastered done tracks of the DJ before, or maybe in your hybrid set. So first of all, same procedure again. Let's check how we could bring these stamps all together to our -6 dB range. And now you may ask yourself, okay, what to do now? May I check every file itself? No, we don't. We check them all together because this is a mix. Like a stereo mix, we listen to them all together and we bring down the levels of all the tracks together to -6 dB. To do so, we click on all of them together, and when you change the gain of the clips now, they change all together. So that's same procedure as before. We go down quite some bit. I press play and reset. That's fine. Okay, this gives a vibe and it already feels pretty fine. Our track already did very well. Let's do these last steps and finalize this. To do so, here's our short and easy mastering chain. First, we set an EQ to catch all these extra hertz down below 30 hertz. Why do we do that? Because this is a range that is not needed in most of the cases. This is very specific, and in a club we want to run safe. We are playing live, we want to be creative. We don't want to sit there like a technician taking care of every bit and byte. We want to be free and run free. So let's have that little security net here in the beginning and take out these super low frequencies. Just as a side information, most of the very professional setup systems support mainly 90 Hz for the bass drums. When you have the big feel, it comes from these 90 Hz in most cases. So we set that low end here with the EQ. Then we have a multi-band dynamic that's taking care just a bit of the high frequencies, the mid-range and the low range. And then we have the glue compressor. Use that one just as a soft clip tool so that we make sure that we are not running over space. And here in the utility we bring up the volume. So let's see how this sounds now. So let's turn this one down a bit more. I have the feeling it would be good to bring up our track a bit more, and because we have that security net and the headroom that we've created before, we are free to do that. Let's compare the tracks now. So yes, this works well, and remember, when you're playing live, you want to be able to do whatever you like. So this headroom is the space you need. This is the freedom you choose to bring in whatever you want to do. And you may wonder, there are so many tools for mastering. There are so many tools to make your production sound super great, and we've got such a small chain here on the master. There are very important reasons and big difference in playing live and production at home or in your studio. We need low latency at all points, and we need easy accessible tools. And this is why our chain looks like this. And if you want to learn to make all these decisions by yourself, not only following what I'm saying and having your own ideas, your own inspiration, making true what you think of, just visit us in our class, and I hope we can help you to get that inspiration to find the solutions that fit you the best.